Chapter 1049. Wilbur was knocked back again. The Dark Underlord roared thunderously at that moment. Wilbur was levitating in midair, and he tossed a crystal sternum that lost its iridescence to the ground. However, the spiritual flames of the historical halberd surged. Full scripts of runes appeared in the flames. A force started to spread. Die! Wilbur lunged towards the Dark Underlord again like he was a shooting star. The historical halberd was like a godly weapon. It carried a raging power as it lunged into the dark mists with Wilbur. A loud explosion could be heard. The Dark Underlord made an inhuman roar. The strong impact spread in the air. A lot of flying creatures that could not escape in time were shattered from the strong impact. They exploded into chunks of flesh. The black mists faded from the explosion, and the historical halberd penetrated the body of the Dark Underlord. The Dark Underlord kept growling, but its body started to crumble and dissipate. Wilbur reached out to retrieve the historical halberd, and it reverted to its original size. Debbie spat out blood and knelt weakly on the floor. She reverted to what she originally looked like, a Western blonde beauty. However, the blonde beauty was near her death. Wilbur slowly descended and placed the historical halberd against her neck. "Who hired you to kill me?" asked Wilbur nonchalantly. Debbie laughed tragically. She flipped him off. Wilbur looked displeased and chopped her head off. Her head rolled to the side. Her headless body fell and her soul vanished. Wilbur scoffed coldly and said, "I'm not willing to listen if you're not willing to talk. May your soul suffer with the Dark Underlord." Suddenly, a huge space rift started to appear from the palace. Wilbur noticed it and immediately yelled, "Hurry up and follow me." The cooks hurriedly crawled and sprinted towards the exit with Wilbur. The space rift kept spreading and followed them. The world was falling apart. Wilbur finally escaped the hidden realm with the cooks. The entrance started to crumble and vanish. The cooks let out a long sigh of relief. The journey of the hidden realm was too terrifying for them. They almost had heart attacks. Wilbur looked at the floor of dead bodies in front of them and frowned. The cooks finally noticed the bodies of their people, and they went pale in the face. Wilbur said slowly, "It's the doing of that female assassin." The four of them did not know what to do, so they only nodded. Wilbur said, "Let's head back first." The four of them nodded and quickly got into their vehicles. They went back to the manor. They fell silent as they sat in the living room of the manor. Wilbur spoke slowly after a moment. "That female assassin came for me and caused the death of a few of your family members. I will disregard my payment as an apology. Please disperse it to their families." "That's not appropriate," said Jude hurriedly. Wilbur did not reply to him. He took out the historical halberd and tossed it. It levitated in the living room. He said slowly, "I promised you that I only need the payment. Now the payment had been disregarded. The items in the hidden realm will belong to the cooks as per agreement. We're even." Roger and Ronan instantly looked greedy in the eyes. The historical halberd was the weapon of their ancestor, and it had the cultivation secrets. They might be as powerful as great cultivators if they have it. They could rule the world by then. They bet it would feel so amazing, and it was much better than laying low at the manor.